Hello children, this is Seema Harish, your English educator from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. So children, we are back to another chapter of ours, that is unit number 8, The Silk Road by Nick Middleton. The Nick Middleton is the name of the author. Here we have total 3 to 4 characters. This is not a story as such children, this is a description about a journey which our author is going through, okay. He is a kind of a person who travels more, I suppose, because there is lines written that he has just left the place called Ravu and he is heading towards Mount Kailash. Now, the Mount Kailash trip towards he is heading towards Mount Kailash and he has a co-passenger with him. I mean, one Mr. Daniel and the driver, the Sen. Sen is the name of the driver and the author himself. So there are 3 people in total for this journey and they are heading towards Mount Kailash. So here is the description, children. Would now what the author wants to speak about the he is mostly describing about the people who he met on the he went back to the journey when he met so many nomads. Okay children, who are nomads? You might have learnt in your SS in last year in the geography area. We have heard the name nomads. Nomads are the people, children, who wander from one place to another. Okay, they are in search of that is the hill station kind of areas. Those who do not have a particular kind of a job, or they are not a professional kind of, but they are moving from one place to another according to the whatever the small kind of business or small kind of things what they do. And mostly they are like they are not the people living like the people living in urban areas in the cities. Okay, they are the people who normally have the life like taking care of their folks, that is shepherds or the animals or whatever, and they have to move from one place to another in search of according to the vegetation. Okay, like children, mostly the hilly areas, they do not have companies or industries over there. So we will see how there are so many new words in the passage, children. We shall go with the chapter saying, the starting of the chapter says that the author Nick Middleton left Ravu with Daniel in a 4-wheel drive, which was a drive by Sen. Sen is the name of the driver, children. Lamo gave him long-sleeved sheepskin coat as a gift for protection. Okay, Lamo is another character who has given our author a gift for protection. And what was it? It was a long-sleeved sheepskin coat. Okay, children, during whenever when we live in cities or atmosphere like areas like this, we usually wear the comfortable dress, what we like a top or jeans or whatever, cotton attires or whatever. But in the areas where it is hilly regions or the cold regions, they need to cover up their entire body with the attires like sweaters and all those things, or we can say the coat as he has gifted the author this long sleeved sheepskin coat. Okay, now you can imagine what are the attires the people usually wear in the hilly areas or in the cold climate areas. Their next destination was Mount Kailash, and Sen knew a shortcut, but he warned that their journey would be smooth only if there was no snow. So while Sen was driving the car, he said, I know a shortcut to Mount Kailash, but that shortcut would be only smooth if there is no blocking of snow in between, or otherwise we have to face much of the problems. Okay, children. So that is the first paragraph we have finished with. Now the next paragraph. With the next paragraph, when we go on their way, they saw the lonely Drokbas. Okay, on their way they saw the lonely Drokbas. It spells as Drokbas. Drokbas are the nomadic shepherds, children. The people who are the nomadic shepherds, means the people who in the top hilly region, they move with their shepherds or sheep and all those the people who take their for this thing animals along with them. They are known as shepherds, and the nomadic shepherds means the people who stays over there and they are wandering from one place to another with their animals. Okay, the might be sheep, might be it is like also we can find dogs also, children. They are very helpful in those hilly kind of regions also. So tending their flocks. Okay, the men and women were well wrapped to protect themselves from the cold. So the entire people living on this in this kind of region, they are well wrapped. Wrapped means they are entirely covered up with themselves with the good attire of like sheepskin coat or sweaters or sweatshirts, what we wear it normally in the areas which we have. Normally when we face cold over here right now, we are having the winter season, so we mostly wear the sweatshirts and those kind of this coat kind, yeah children. And there in that kind of hilly regions or in the mountainous regions, in the cold hilly regions, the people cover themselves with the cold. It doesn't matter that they are having that fashion or something like that. No, it is the first priority for them is to cover up their body from the cold. Okay, so they could pause and stare at the car. So these people usually they are seeing for the, so children, they are like seeing the car or the technological vehicles coming from or to, the vehicles passing through. These are the things which are normally not very common in that areas. Okay children, they are very rare. It's a very rare sight that the people from urban areas or the tourists coming in the car vehicles, these people do not have a regular glimpse of all these vehicles. So they look and stare, like we see like in our city, like we when we stare at, oh wow, there goes Audi, wow, there goes Jaguar, oh my god, this is a new model of BMW. So these kind of surprise view we see in city areas, but normal cars or the vehicles which pass on, this is a very rare view for the people living over there. And they stand there, they stare at these vehicles, and then they pause and stare at these vehicles, saying, what is this car, what is this vehicle, which is this vehicle? They do not know the name of the vehicle, but still they stand and stare at that vehicle and they wave their hands. The kids you might have seen when you might be going for some visits or travel to long journeys like this, you might have seen the kids waving their hands. Might be they do not know you, but still they wave their hands. Okay, and in answer to that, you also wave your hand saying, yeah, bye, you also wave, and that's very good, children. We should not have that attitude of, hey, ye log kya bye kar rahe. It is not like that, children. So these kids, they really feel happy when they see these kind of cars or vehicles coming along, and they have a very rare view of that. Okay, so they're saying as they pass the houses, they were the Tibetan mastiffs. Okay, Tibetan mastiffs, children. Mastiffs are the kind of dogs. Okay, the dogs which are found in these kind of areas, the whole cold hilly areas. The dogs are called as mastiffs. So here is the line which says that the Tibetan mastiffs furiously, as they pass the road, the Tibetan mastiff barking furiously at the car for some distance and then going away. So these dogs also, this is also rare sight for them also. So rare, whatever comes into it, the dogs have a habit. They bark and they go to some distance. Okay, they also bark and follow that vehicle for some distance and then they come back. So this was the description which the author gives at the road, at the when he was traveling through the road. As they soon the mountain turns became sharper and bumpier. Now, so as they are moving toward heading towards the Mount Kailash, the roads were starting for the bumpier roads. That is, they are heading towards the they are traveling on towards the hilltops. Okay, children. So here the mountain turns became sharper and bumpier. there was a sudden and unexpected fall of snow which started blocking their way, and Sen already had warned that okay, there would, if the journey would be only smooth if there is no snowfall, but right now their way was blocking because of a snowfall heading towards that area which they were traveling. Okay, children, so there was a sudden unexpected fall of snow which started blocking their way. It's very unexpected that the snow, it is not that okay, this snow is going to fall. No, children, it's not like that. Anytime, anywhere the snow can fall, and it is an unexpected this thing that you never know what kind of large quantity of the weather, snow falls from the mountain range, and it really blocks the entire traffic. Okay, so when the author and Daniel got out of the car for Sen to drive it safely. So here, what did they do? The author and Daniel, they both got out of the car. It happens, children, like when we have to travel up on when the vehicle travels on the slope, that is when we come down also, that is more dangerous, and when we go up also, it is very dangerous for the drivers. That is it is an expert kind of a driver who drives on these kind of hilly areas. Okay, children, so they, like, when the turns, the roads are so it's really very dangerous, children. The sharper the turns are, and the drivers have to really, they need to be very careful while driving the road. So what did Daniel and the author did? They came out of the car so that Sen can drive it safely, because the weight jitna andar hota hai na, children, it is like you cannot, if the entire vehicle is, like, for example, we are what we say, tourist vehicle, that is luxury bus hoga, the entire bus is filled with the passengers. Okay, but of car, if we compare with the car, and if we compare a car and a luxury bus going, yeah, you can see a car passing on with the speed range, but the luxury bus takes the sharp turns very slowly. Why? Because the entire bus is filled with the passengers, and the weight of the bus itself is much. Okay, the heavy the vehicle, the heavy it's very dangerous to climb on these kind of roads, and the light the vehicle, it directly moves up. Okay, so when this Sen was driving, it was very safe for him when Daniel and author got in. तो वो हल्का, गाड़ी थोड़ा हल्का हो गया, and it was very smooth for him to take the turns rather. Okay, when they were at 5,210 meters above the sea level. Okay, now when we reach above, especially you might have seen your parents, children, especially your mom, ऊपर when you, just for example, we are traveling to when we say Saputara. Okay, for example, the Saputara, because this destination is very common one, and mostly all the people have traveled to Saputara, I suppose. So mostly you might have seen कि मम्मी को थोड़ा चक्कर आने लगता है, yeah, you might have seen, observed that your mama has that drowsiness, वो थोड़ा nausea type हो जाता है, she feels like vomiting, she feels like she is not feeling well, वो चक्कर type आ जाता है, सर दुखता है कई लोगों का. Why is that, children? Why? Because our body, we have reached to the above the sea level. Okay, we have reached above some meters above the sea level, where the atmospheric pressure goes low. Okay, this is science, children, where the atmospheric pressure goes low, and we feel something, it's because it's not very, the people living over there, they will not face because they are living over there. Okay, but we people, when we move from this kind of atmosphere to that kind of atmosphere, we really have some trouble. That is for some time. It is not for the entire journey you will be having that trouble, but for some time they will be facing this kind of trouble. Why? Because you are not used to this kind of temperature. Okay, so when they reached 5,210 meters above the sea level, the icy top layer of the snow was very dangerous. The car could slip off the road. Okay, children, now when we reach, when we go or going taking sharp turns, and when the author is saying that when they reached 5210 meters above the sea level, it was really very dangerous to see the snow. And like you can see because children, the wheels of the car, and if that wheel was slip, okay, because it is on the icy top, okay, it is on this icy layer that's on the snow. Kabhi bhi kaise bhi, if the driver cannot control the vehicle, it can easily slip off the road. Okay, so it is very important that the drivers driving on these kind of roads are very much like we say it, they have to be very much cautious about their drive. Okay, they are experts in that drive also. Those people are very much experts also, the people who drive on these kind of roads. Okay, children, so here we have seen that the author is saying that the sea level, when they reach that sea level at the top, the snow was very dangerous. The car could slip off the road. The snow continued blocking their way, and this was the area where again and again there was snowfall, and the entire way was being blocked by the snowfall. As they reached 5515 meters above the sea level, now they are all moving ahead, and they have reached 5515 meters above the sea level. The atmospheric pressure became very low. So here the atmospheric pressure became again so low. When they had reached 5210 meters, this one apna author is saying already, it was so dangerous to look at. And when they reached 5515 meters, they were really like they are on the top of the world. Okay, children. So Sen, he opened the lid of the petrol tank to release the evaporated fuel. The author experienced bad headache. Now the author is also not feeling well. He is experiencing a very bad headache. Late afternoon, they reach a small town of Hor. Hor is the name of a small town, children, named Hor, and they reached by afternoon. So Daniel returned to Lhasa, and Sen repaired the flat tire of the car. So Daniel, this was the last area where he had to reach with author, and thereafter he had to move to Lhasa. So Daniel had to leave author over there, and Sen was repairing the tire. That is, the tire was punctured, and he was repairing the flat tire of the car. Hor was grim, miserable place. So they're saying Hor was grim, miserable place. There was no vegetation but just dust and rocks. There was the accumulated garbage everywhere. So Hor was a small town, children, and it was a like a miserable place. Why was it miserable? Why? Because over there was no vegetation. When we reach some destination, we look out for greenery. We will look out for the nature. We experience wow. Why that wow word come? Because we see the greenery which we do not find normally in our day-to-day life in our areas, and we come through these areas and we say wow, what a scene, what is the nature is absolutely fantastic. But here when they reached Hor, it was like there was no vegetation at all, there was no greenery at all, it was all dusty, it was all rocky over there. Okay, and there were the accumulated garbage everywhere, and it was so pathetic that he found so much of garbage everywhere. There was so much of garbage everywhere. So unlike the past, the place no longer appeared holy. Now this is the place where we go through. It's not Mount Kailash, but this is a way through where the people pass through on this way. And the people, they spoil the entire road so badly that it's very much the entire, like in our city, children, when we talk about our Surat city, you might have seen always during the night hours of the time. Now right now because of the curfew you might not be seeing, but just before that also there were so many the municipality workers, the corporation workers, they come out of their home and they are they are the municipality workers, so it is their duty to come and do their work. What are the work they are doing is they clean up the entire city. We see to it, the SMC, that is the Surat Municipal Corporation, works a lot on this, children, to see that the because where there is you see the where there is garbage, ultimately what this garbage is going to have in our life, ultimately it is going to affect our health. तो जितना कचरा अपने इर्द गिर्द, why is it always said that you should be living in a very clean place? You should keep your surroundings clean, children. It's not only that you keep your house clean, keep your house clean and you make the surrounding of your area the worst area. It should not be like that. So you might have seen the people working on the roads to clean up the entire city. So why we have our city is the cleanest city. It is a record in this thing also that Surat is the most clean city. Why? Because the municipal corporation, and even or to some extent, it is not to some extent, there is it is like people also are giving their 100% contribution to see to it that the place remains neat and clean. Okay, so we do not put the dirt over here and there. There are people you might have seen, like they eat that wrapper of something like Balaji wafer khaya, wrapper phod ke nikal diya, phek diya. It is very bad on their, like, those people should be like caught and should be fined, or they should be punished for this kind of things. Then only we can come into that what we say, a strict kind of thing should be done for these kind of people, those who make deliberately they spoil the atmosphere of the city. So over there, when our author is speaking about the place where, like, he's saying, though it is a holy place, heading towards that holy place, the place, like small towns coming in between, it's so horrible, and the places are accumulated with the garbage dumped over there, and it is so horrible to look at. And they reached by, like, unlike the past, there was no longer this place do not appeared holy at all. So it was good place, but it is not today. The condition is something worst. Then by 10:30 p.m. they reached a guest house in Darchin. So they reached the guest house in Darchin. So that the Darchin is another place, children. Hor is one place, Darchin is another place. So by 10:30 at night they reached Darchin. Okay, so here the author, okay, here Sen had seen that the author was having a very troubled night, but it was already 10:30 and the author couldn't sleep well. Why? Because his sinus were blocked and he was not able to get enough oxygen and was finding it very difficult to sleep. For most part of the night he kept sitting as he was not able to sleep. The next day Sen took him to the Darchin Medical College. Doctors told him that it was cold and the altitude which were giving him trouble. He gave him some medicine and that night he was able to sleep well. Okay, so the next day, because the day at 10:30 they reached Darchin, but it was night, so he could not consult a doctor because the author was very severely having the headache. The next day in the morning, so the night was like he couldn't sleep because the sinus is something, children, it's I think it blocks the nose, okay, with the oxygen. The patient cannot take the oxygen well, and because of that, he cannot sleep for us, because it was not a comfortable position to sleep, because he cannot inhale oxygen inside his body. Why? Because the sinus is blocking his oxygen. Okay, so he was not able to sleep that night properly. The next day in the morning, Sen took the author to the Darchin Medical College, where the doctor said it was just the cold and the altitude. Altitude means he has come up to this atmospheric level, and because of this, he's been having that trouble of not inhaling properly, and the sinus is also troubling him, that is for sure. But he gave him some medicines, and that night he was able to sleep. Sen left the author in Darchin and went away. So after consulting him with the doctor, Sen also left. Why? Because he has to take up with his business also. So here, when he had dropped the author in Darchin, so the Sen left the author in Darchin and went away. He did not mind if the author would die in Darchin. Oh my God, that's a very rude line, but I have read it, children. Why? Because it is already written there. So it was like, just a moment, children. Okay, children. So Tsen left the author in Darchen with the and went away. He did not mind if the author would die in Darchen. He was a good Buddhist and believed in life after death. Oh my God! So he thought that okay, fine. If he is not taking proper care of his health, fine. Whatever was the problem he would be facing, it would be his life, his death. He said that he was a Buddhist and he thought that okay, life after death is very beautiful. So, however, he was worried about his own business as he may not get the tourists to be accompanied. Now, till here, he has taken because author was also a tourist for him. Okay, now he has to look into his business, that is he has to make money. Why? Because he's a driver and he has to look upon his livelihood also. So he said that okay, I have to come back and take to my tourist who should not go away from my hands over here. Okay, so he would be have to accompany the other tourist, because if he loses his package of tourism from there, he will not make any profit. So he is his taxi or his car should be going empty, and going empty would have rather it is a loss for him. So he has to occupy all the other tourists so that he can get back the money for the business. So like the small town of Darchen was dusty and heaps of refuse could be seen all over here also, children. So over here, as it was as Hor, what was the condition in the Hor, the same was in Darchen also. Darchen was also a small town, very sparsely populated, that is very small amount of people were living over here. There were not many shops in Darchen. There were no shops at all. That is, there were no so many shops, but okay, one or two over here and there could be seen. The town appeared sparsely populated. There was no many people. So much of people did not live over here in this town. The writer felt lonely as there were no pilgrims also. So. And he had reached the place very early in the season. Mostly, children, you might have seen how your parents book the tickets for your journey over wherever you go. There should be a season. Okay, whenever you go for a destination of your journey, your parents always see to it that you go during the season timing. Why? Because you can see the people over there. If you go there is no season over there and you reach over there thinking that it would be a place very we will be having only we ourselves over there, it would be a very what we say, children, haunted kind of place, no people there. And during the season there would be so many people around. So whenever you go for some tours and travels or whatever, always plan when you are going in the seasonal time where you can see so many people around, because otherwise it would be dangerous. It is very dangerous to go in places. It is ekdam se what we say, it's a kind of haunted looking places where we go to travel or things like that. So you should always plan your journey during the seasonal timing. So here this person, the author, had come before the season, so there were so many people in Darchen. There was very less pilgrims also, so he was feeling very lonely. The writer wanted to reach Mount Kailash to complete his pilgrimage, but the author, he has to complete his pilgrimage also, because he had come to Mount Kailash to complete the pilgrimage. That is, he has to climb the stairs to reach the pilgrimage, but he didn't want to do it alone. So he's saying he didn't want to do it all alone over there. Okay, looking for someone who could speak or understand English. One day he was sitting in a cafe when Norbu saw him reading an English book, when he came and introduced to himself to the author. So one day while he was sitting in the cafe, Norbu, name of another character, he comes in and he sees that a person is reading an English book. So he goes directly to him and introduces himself to him, and he says that he was Norbu, and he was working in Beijing at the Chinese Academy of Social Science. He too he was there to do the pilgrimage. However, he was not a religious person. Then both of them decided to climb Mount Kailash. So over here, both of them then decided, okay. So Norbu got companion, vice versa, author also got the companion. So he wanted, because he was feeling very lonely over there, and while he was there one day in a cafe, while he was sitting there, he was reading a book, and he saw this Norbu, that is Norbu saw him for the instance. Norbu saw that there is a person reading in English book. So he approached him directly and said that yeah, this he was Norbu, and he was from Beijing, and he was there for the he was working in Beijing in Chinese academy. Okay, he was working with Beijing at the Chinese Academy of Social Science, and he was a Tibetan. Okay, children, he was a Tibetan, and he was there for the pilgrimage. He was also there for the pilgrimage. He was not that religious, but he wanted to go to Mount Kailash, and both of them had the companionship for climbing up the Mount Kailash together. So this is the end of the chapter, children. Hope you have all understood, but if you have any doubts arising in this chapter, or any word or any statement which you have not understood as such, please join the online session, and I shall just clarify your doubts on the online session. Okay, children. So till then, take care of your parents too. Bye, children.